So the output power is going to be given by the equation. See here, the output power is going to be AC, right? It's the amplified version of input signal, so it is going to be AC. So we cannot use the conventional DC formulas, VC into IC or IC square into RL. So we have to use the RMS formulas. So power equal to VC into IC. So VC means it is the peak value. IC means it is the peak value. So you know from the AC circuits, peak value equal to the RMS value is going to be peak value by root 2. So whatever power you find is PRMS. So in AC circuits, we find always the RMS value of the power because that is the actual power which is produced by the circuit because the input output signal is constantly varying. So the RMS power is PRMS is given by VRMS into IRMS. So VRMS is given by VM by root 2. IRMS is given by IM by root 2, the peak value by root 2. And IM is given by, it is the average between maximum and minimum value, I max minus I minimum by 2. And V maximum, VM equal to V max minus V minimum by 2. If you see the next diagram, this is I max and I min. See, both are above the zero plane, right? So this is going to be the peak value. I max minus I minimum by 2. If you take the average, that's going to be the peak value. Same way, V max minus V minimum by 2 will be the middle value, this one. Okay, that's why we are taking the subtraction. So I max, IM will be I max minus I min by 2. Already you have root 2. So I max minus I min by 2 root 2. VC equal to V max by root 2, which is V max minus V minimum by 2 root 2. So this is the RMS value of voltage and current. So to find the power, what you do? VRMS into IRMS. So you multiply these two expressions, Vmax minus Vmin by 2 root 2 into Imax minus Imin by 2 root 2. 2 into 2, 4. Root 2 into root 2, 2. 4 into 2, 8. So see here, Vmax minus Vmin into Imax minus Imin by 8. So this is the AC power output. It is also sometimes in books they call it as PAC. It is the AC power in the delivered in the output. You can also measure this in terms of RL, right? P is equal to VRMS into IRMS or VM IM by 2, or it is IM square RL by 2 or VM square by 2 RL. You can also use these formulas for finding out the AC power. But we have found out the expression for P in terms of Vmax, Vmin, Imax and Imin. Okay. So this is going to be the class A large signal amplifier. Now we are going to see what is the efficiency of class A power amplifier. This is a normal class A amplifier. So if we are going to go for transformer coupled class A power amplifier, so instead of connecting the output directly from the load, we will be having you can see here you have one transformer at the input side, you have one transformer at the output side. The transformer at the input side will couple the signal from Vs towards the base of your amplifier. Transformer at the output side will couple the power from the collector towards the load of your output side. So VCC is used for biasing your transistor. R1, R2, I'm going to use voltage divided by S. You know, RE parallel to C is bypass capacitor. So other things are going to be same. Okay. So if whatever we have seen in the very first class A power amplifier is a normal power amplifier. We don't use transformer there. But here I'm going to use transformer as the coupling device in class A power amplifier. So if the load resistor is directly connected to output circuit, this is directly connected class A power amplifier. So here since you have a load resistance there, some considerable wastage of power happens, which will reduce the efficiency of the amplifier. So definitely coupling the power through the resistance is usually the simplest way, but it is going to have a very high amount of loss in the circuit because resistor, any current flows through a resistor, some heat is dissipated and power is lost, right? So connecting a resistor and coupling the power through resistor is not a very good idea. That is the reason why there is a power wastage and the efficiency of amplifier is also very poor. So instead of that, what we can do is, instead of using a resistor, I'm going to use a transformer for coupling the load to the amplifier. since the load does not since the load is not connected directly to the collector, so DC collector current will not pass through it. See, we are seeing about class A power amplifier, and output is taken from